HOS Fieldhouse here on the campus of Louisiana Christian University as we get set for the consolation game for boys varsity basketball. It'll be the Faith Training Christian Academy taking on the Louisiana Homeschool Athletics, Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics. Before we begin, we want to introduce to you the rosters for the respective teams, starting first with the Patriots of Faith Training Christian Academy. Starting first with senior, number 4, Hunter Barninger. Next, junior, number 5, Jack Anderson. Moving to the sophomores, number 24, Mark Hensley. And number 23, William Wilson. Also, number 11, Xavier Matthews. And number 12, Nathan McLean. Freshman, number 2, Chapel Blakeney. Number 10, Emmanuel Brownlee. Number 14, Bryce Jackson. Number 13, Zane Lewis. And now the 8th graders, number 35, Camden Nolan. And number 1, Braden Reese. Patriots are coached by Antonia Brownlee. And now the introductions for the Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics Knights. Starting first with the seniors, number 1, Samuel Dodson. Number 2, Kenneth Hasty. Number 11, Gentry Andrus. To the juniors, number 4, Chris Marler. Number 5, Cameron Miller. And number 13, Henry Hayden. Sophomores, number 24, Gabe Wild. And number 30, Andrew Moore. And 8th grader, number 33, Joel Moore. Also, number 8, Caden Hasty. Number 0. All right. Southwest is coached by Bill Watt.
And welcome out, everyone. HOS Fieldhouse on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. I'm Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, getting ready for Game 2 of Day 2. This is the boys' consolation bracket, and it should be a good one. It's the Patriots of FTCA. And you know when they're in the house, they're right up the road from Leesville, and they bring such a solid crowd. And then the Knights of Southwest Louisiana. Kenneth Hasty getting ready to jump in the middle with Nathaniel McLean. And we are underway. Controlled by Gabe Wild. He was a force inside yesterday. Cross-court pass. We've seen some good shooters, of course, out of this Knights basketball team. You look for Marler, look for Gentry Andrus to pull the trigger on it. Gabe Wild will do a lot of his work under the basket. Samuel Dotson, who fouled out of yesterday's game, is set to inbounds. They find Wild inside, back out looking between. Good save by Dotson. He tries to turn it back around. There's Xavier Matthews. This FTCA team, again, Chuck, will play for the Junior Varsity State Championship.
Wow.
One game removed from this one. So you'll have the girls JV championship and then FTCA, and the force from Shreveport will go. There's Brownlee misfiring from long range, and remember he got shaken up a little bit at the end of it, but found that he did a lot of, he's a very solid shooter. Found he did a lot of great work going to the basket, though.
Yes, he does, and he's a solid player all around.
This should be an exciting game. There's Andrus, who quickly dumps this one inside. Misfiring, though, is Kenneth Hasty.
quickly going, yes.
Back down to Brownlee, who will spot up, fire the three, and he has missed both of them short in there. And that tells you he favors those legs just a little bit, unable to get that lift, maybe still a little bit tired from yesterday's game. And not getting down the floor as well as we've seen. Beautiful pass from Dotson. He dishes that one off to Hasty. Give Hasty the basket.
Yeah, if they spent the night here, I don't know very many ice baths that you're going to find in your hotels unless you just buy a bunch of ice and dump it in the tub.
Right, not a lot of them at all. Good save work by Hasty already. The senior is very busy.
Pass to number 0 there, sitting on the Knights pitch.
Again, the bulk of these players for FTCA will be back for that JV state championship. Only Anderson and Barninger are too old to play in that one. So there's a turnover. Dotson's got it now, looking to run the floor. Good no-look dish once again. That's to Andrus. Give Andrus the basket, his first of the game, and another assist to Dotson. And quickly, Coach Brownlee and the Patriots want to get a timeout as the Knights are off and running. Yeah, this certainly the tempo and the pace that we were looking. These guys' games really get up and down the floor. Again, this marks the end of our consolation games. With this one, we'll start our run of 4 straight championship games coming up roughly 1 o'clock. I guess you'd say. That'll be the girls' JV state championship. It will be followed at 2:30 by the boys' JV with his own FTCA team in it. You know, that's going to be a loud one. That group here from the Leesville area is going to be loud as their team is going for a state championship.
And I would too. You know, how often do you get to do that?
Indeed. 4-0, the Knights of Southwest Louisiana have the lead. Good job of Andrus staying there between that and the ball and not letting get a run out on it, making Matthews wait to get to the end or across court before he got that ball in. Inside to Brownlee. Brownlee back up top to Matthews.
Smart play, you know, he did touch it, stepped out of bounds and had reestablished. So.
Worked over to the far side. There's Matthews, thought about it, but Andrus and Wild quickly converge on him. Wild bodying up down there on McLean, and that's a battle that we're going to look at throughout the day.
Trying to get one of those reach behind tip out ball, but just made too much contact.
Gentry Andrus picks up the personal foul there. And that is a different number, but that shot from long range for Brownlee, and he's now 0-3 from long range. Dotson out running, gets the rebound, and that one is McLean. A beautiful block, Nathaniel McLean, and you'll see that on the highlight reel when we process these up during the weekend. Gabe Wild gets his first basket, and the Knights out to a little bit of a lead here. Shot is up.
There's a 3.
Banked around. They'll give that to William Wilson for the 2. Wilson plays hard inside the paint. We saw a lot of that during the game yesterday.
Trying to build a play here, find the right position, get everybody where they need to be so they can run a play.
Bounce inside to McLean. Good hands by Dotson as he stops the dribble penetration. They call timeout. Patriots was called before that shot. He's going to take a full timeout. We'll take it with him and be back in 60 seconds on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Following the timeout, we've got the Patriots that have the ball. Faith Training Christian Academy out of Leesville. That's Emmanuel Brownlee bringing the ball up the floor. Good stop. Looking for the backside lob to McLean, but Wild is there. Andrus is there. Andrus just takes it right away. And Gentry looking to go coast to coast. He tries to get it back over to Dotson. Dotson more apt at getting the ball and passing the ball rather than receiving it there. But a good idea by Andrus. Quickly down the court is Brownlee. Gets it over to the near side to Barninger. Three-pointer from the corner. Xavier Matthews fires that one up, and it's good.
That brings it to a one-point game real quick.
Andrus, who was red hot in the first half yesterday, finished with a little over 20. 21 in that one did Andrus. Misfires on that, and now here come the Patriots looking for their first lead of the game. Matthews going to try it from the other side this time. Doesn't get it to go. Banging in is Dotson, but Wild's going to control. We talked about Wild yesterday. Gabe Wild, he is going to be a beast the older he gets. Already such a dominant player inside, just a sophomore. Good coverage by McLean. They're double teaming Wild inside, not letting him get a clear recovery.
Oh,
McLean
wow.
comes out on Andrus, knocks that one back.
Kind of a
Thought
volleyball.
about the three, did Melder.
Almost like a little volleyball sit back.
Look, that game with the Knights was 3 points from that shot by Wild is up, and it's good.
That cheer they're doing, I'm assuming they're saying like D up, like defense up.
Yes.
It sounds a lot like frogs in the swamp.
Huh. 8-5
matter of
lead for the Knights. You'll see them on the left side of your scoreboard. That's from way downtown. No good. Barninger controlled out of there by Gentry Andrus. He gets it, looks to run. Matthews in tow there. Again, both of these teams played so well in that game. There's a big-time block on the inside. That's William Wilson.
Pull up and wait for everybody to get set.
Brownlee thought about it. Look, I'm telling you, he wakes up in the morning and he's in range to shoot.
Yes.
He rolls out of bed and looks for the basket. He is a rangy shooter. Up and in goes Dotson. Good move underneath. Samuel Dotson gets his first basket following a couple of assists. Matthews has a three already. Thinks about it, but passes. Oh, a good move. Yeah, Shug Melder completely out of his shoes and goes up and gets that three ball.
Well, you talking about being in range. That was cooking it up there.
Yeah, Marler was on defense there. Called him Melder, but Marler was on defense, and just a tremendous move by Matthews. Gave him a little shoulder this way, came back the other, and nailed the three. Good intensity. There's Matthew comes out of it, but that was set up by the defense of McLean and Wilson. Again, Wilson playing big down low. Inside to Wilson, unable to get that, too tall to call. Gentry Andrus comes out of there with the rebound, gets it back over to Dotson. Dotson with a little stutter step move inside, collapsing. You got four guys down in the paint. Barninger is going to come out of there with it. He's got Dotson on him. Dotson's going to get whistled and just he's going to get called for the block. Was trying to backpedal and get in position. Dotson was trying to backpedal and get into position, but just couldn't do it because Barninger was going to just straight to the basket. First shot is up, and it's no good. Getting set to check in for the first time today, Henry Hagan. Hagan had a big game yesterday, now comes in. Hunter to the line, misses that one shot, so unable to connect on either one of the free throws, but Matthews with a nifty little dish, unable to control. There's Hagan that comes out of it for the Knights. Andrus left open for three, but closes quickly. Good hand by Barninger, and he's going to be whistled for the foul on the floor. First personal, first team substitution coming in, and that's Bryce Jackson. Jackson, one of the freshmen on this team. A lot of younger players on this FTCA team. Chuck, as we said, only 2 on this roster are not playing in that JV state championship.
That was number 24 with that little inbound put back up for score 2, and low foul count in this first period of play.
Good. We'll take it. 6 points for Gabe Wild. Good pressure inside to McLean. Turnaround jumper's good. Nathaniel McLean gets that one to go.
It's a very good consolation game we've got going on here for third place.
Well, look, the way they battled against the teams that are playing for state, that was another one by Wild, and he's got 8 in the first quarter. Big first period of play for Gabe Wild. Matthews thinks about it. He's got a couple of threes. Brownlee will fire it up. That one at the buzzer misses short, and we're at the end of one. 14-10, Southwest has the lead back in 60 on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Second period of action underway here in the consolation game, third place game. There's Matthews. He's been hot. Misses that one side iron as he was shooting that one from the corner. Quickly, Gentry Andrus out and running. He's going to think about a 3. Puts this one up, back iron, no good. And Brownlee, again, that ankle is getting him. We saw that towards the tail end of the game last night.
Yes.
And that's going to put Hunter Barninger back in the game.
Yeah, that could prove to be an equalizer for this team.
Look, I'm telling you, knowing that state championship JV game, there's from long range, that shot is up and it's no good by Bryce Jackson. Matthews on Dotson. Hagan now has it, hands it back off to Dotson, and he'll get it across the timeline. Getting from the baseline to half court, Dotson goes there so fast. Hagan trying to put back, jumping underneath, though, Xavier Matthews. But we talked about it, Chuck. This consolation game, I know you want to go out there and win it, but I think you got to protect Brownlee and get him ready for that JV state championship game.
This is true. I mean, because he's definitely going to be an integral part of that as well.
Samuel Dotson out and running. No-look dish inside to Hagan. Hagan not ready for it, but able to save that. Gentry's going to fire it from long range, not able to get it. Hagan there with the board in the bucket. Henry Hagan, the board in the bucket.
Nice putback underneath there.
They'll call that foul on William Wilson. That will get Gabe Wild back in the game. He's going to switch places with Chris Marler. And Hagan we saw him in warm-ups yesterday's game. He follows up with the old school 3. We saw him, he explodes to the basket as well as anybody. Really had some hops off the floor, elevates like a big man. Barninger outrunning the point now. Matthews has it, corrals this in. Andrus comes out on him, not wanting to give a free shot at all or any amount of space. There's McLean, finds Wilson inside. There's a 3 that's up. Back iron, no good. Bryce Jackson unable to find the mark. Andrus now will take it up and under, unable to get there. And look, I'm telling you, the work that's being done by Henry Hagan at down low is a spark coming off of the bench. He's got 2 boards and 2 baskets on consecutive trips.
He's the patient underlier there just waiting for a rebound to put back in.
Didn't get the start today. They went with Kenneth Hasty, but quickly got in. There's Matthews, who sets up on the line at his heels on the blue of the out of bounds.
Nicely done. Kenneth Hasty quickly. Very good.
See?
Nicely done.
Didn't even mean that.
Yeah.
Chapel Blakeney checks in for the Patriots, and he's down there. Tough task. He's matched up against Gabe Wild down low, and I think you could do better to put Wilson on him, and then they do. They switch there. Wilson counteracts, but look, there's Hagan again that's battling for boards. He's going to go to the basket or to the free throw line to shoot two. They'll call that foul on Xavier Matthews.
I've noticed that you've taken shooting a pair out of the
Have done that indeed. First free throw, and again, you see a lot of these shots, Chuck, that are missing off the front iron. That leads you to know that they don't have their legs under them. Following that game from yesterday, still a little tired, and maybe they'll get loosened up and get going.
Yeah, high impact game yesterday was for them, so it's going to take a little bit this morning if they weren't out there, doing some running or doing a few little sprints. But when we saw them come in to the gym just before game, they just got in on the court and did a little bit of shooting, so not a whole lot of stretch outs.
That's off backboard there, no good. Jackson is 0 for 3. His last 3 attempts have been off the mark. Down to Andrus. He's yet to get fired up today. Dotson will try to get him going, finds Andrus in the corner, and that one is there. 3-ball corner pocket, Gentry Andrus. Give him 5 today. Correction, that's his first 3. He had 4 of them yesterday. Backside pass, good thought by Matthews, but unable to find Blakeney down low. That will get Mark Hensley into the game, and Jack Anderson will come into the game. Look, there's that matchup down low, too, that I just think favors Gabe Wild. He is matched up, but doing good work of blocking out the Patriots. That's a good shot. That's a 2. That's Henry Hagan gets another one, and he has come on since I get started. Averages just around 6 points a game. He's been filling it up in this one. He's got 8 in probably, about 3 minutes of game time.
Yeah.
Matthews trying to get around and go to the basket, gets it back up top. That's Blakeney.
Baseline was blocked off for him.
Good pressure, Gentry Andrus.
Oh, nice tip out.
Knocks this one away. It's going to be out of bounds. It will stay with the Patriots. But, Chuck, this lead has just ballooned up 25-10, and not a lot of scoring on the floor. We saw the defense work of this Knights team. There's Matthews from way downtown, misses that. Good rebound inside Andrew Moore. Andrus works Wild inside. Wild, little drop step there, unable to finish. Gets his own rebound and whistled for a foul down low are the Patriots. That's number 24, Mark Hensley, freshly into the game, and that's going to send Gabe Wild to the line shooting 2.
Gabe was an active participant in last night's game as well.
No doubt about it. And we talked about just the broad shoulders, the physique that he's got for it, is going to be a good low post and paint player through the years as he continues to grow.
He's got very bright shoes on today too.
A couple of them have those pink shoes that we've seen. Billy French would be pleased with that. He's a shoe.
He is a bit flamboyant about his shoes.
Shoe watcher, yes.
And that is Billie, right?
Right.
No.
There goes Marlar down the floor. Beautiful. Beautiful stride, long step, and Chris Marlar getting to the basket. His first points of the game. Very impressive move.
Because I put that as his, every time I refer to him as a text, it's Billie, but I would put it Blie.
Barneger dish inside. Give Hensley 2 points. And that ends a scoring drought for this Patriots team. Andrus, 3, got it.
Got it.
Back-to-back threes have connected for Anderson. Now he has 8. .21 last night Andrus had in that loss. Looking to atone for it, and this Knights team is rolling, getting it done off of defense. Shot is up.
Nice.
That's a good one from Barnegar.
Wow. Starting to find a few things that are working for him here.
Still being doubled up in this one, and Barnegar takes one to the chin. There's Andrus again, misses that one. Barnegar quickly okay, though. He corrals that rebound, and he's looking to outrun the Knights back down the floor. Unable to do so. Rebound is controlled, and that's a 3 that's wildly shot up by Anderson. Trying to find Blakeney inside, but instead finds Wild, and he turns it right back over, and then he turns it back over. Hagan out, and look, Hagan was going up for the dunk right there, but got away from where he was. Good work inside Henry Hagan. Hagan's been the catalyst for this team today, the good shooting by he and Wild. But since coming off the bench for this Knights team, they've extended this lead to 17. As Wild gets that one rolling into him. Looking back down the floor for Hagan. That'll play some 8-man football. Gonna call a double dribble there. That will bring Cameron Miller into the game for Andrew Moore. Crowd from Southwest Louisiana, the Knights fan base getting into this under a minute, and they're seeing their Knights team with a big lead in this third place game. Swung around and out of bounds. Up into the stands it goes. See what the Knights choose to do with this last 45 and some change. Well, quickly, Andrus says, you know what? I'm feeling it. I'm getting it. That's 3 threes here in the second period. Give him 11. Gonna whistle Andrus for the foul. Good pressure as Bryce Jackson was dribbling around. Not one of those fouls that you want to pick up.
No.
Just right before the half. Jackson has it now.
Almost a fatigued kind of foul there.
You got, I think you just lay off and don't pick up another one, and he's playing intense defense. You got to be careful not to pick up your third foul quick. Double dribble is called on Barnegar, and with 10.2, that's going to give Southwest an opportunity once again to get a basket before the break. Get over to Anderson. Why not? He's got 3 threes in the second period alone after not reaching from downtown in the first. Gets it over into the corner. That shot is up. No good. Had a good look at it, did Cameron Miller, but that's going to wrap up the first half of play. Southwest with a big lead. The Knights lead the Patriots 35-15 at halftime. We'll be back after halftime for the second half here on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
And we're back here, second half action, getting ready to get started. This one has been all Knights in this one, 35-2. And the Patriots have not made it back on the floor, Chuck, and that's interesting because they'll call game and give the ball in.
Yes, they will.
And
matter for a few
just
seconds
seeing
here.
one, and they're waving as they're coming out and not hustling. And I'm telling you, they'll spot the ball quickly and play this. They give them an opportunity to get back into their offensive set, Chuck. And I'm going to tell you, that's one of the things in an LHSAA contest or in a different contest. Maybe in that championship game, they'd have spotted the ball and said, play on.
Yes, indeed. And then they'd have, had the ball out there and they'd 5 counted, turnover, and, this would have gone on for a while.
That's right. But normally you see the buzzer sounded a minute before so that the teams know when it's time to come out.
Yeah, all
Didn't do it
nights
this time.
Yeah, all nights in this day's difference, right?
No, I'm not. We're inside. Hasty gets the start here in the second, and that's going to send Barninger down. Three-pointer up from Andrus. He gets that. A lot of things going on. That's the 4th 3 to match the 4 he had last night.
Wow. Gets a little help from a friend there.
8 3-pointers over the weekend for Gentry Andrus, and we'll cut those up, and we'll have all of them for you on the highlight tape. Going to the basket was Brownlee, and Brownlee still, you can see he's getting down the floor, running a little bit better on it, but he is not 100%, Emmanuel Brownlee, and they've got to have him if they want to compete for that JV state championship.
I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but from here we can definitely see he's got that adhesive tape on the side, or that self-sticky stuff.
You see a lot of that. That seems to be the thing nowadays.
Yeah, you see it on shoulders, kind of just put in weird spots. It just doesn't look
That three
right,
ball is up from Marler and no good. Rebound controlled by McLean. Chuck, though, you were saying about the tape.
Yeah, but you see it a lot of the physical therapists and whatnot. They use that a lot, and it's proven to be well. Somebody came up with this great idea. It's just like some Cajun somewhere probably came up with duct tape, but this works a lot better than duct tape.
Xavier Matthews from downtown misfires on that one, tapped out by Wilson. But Gabe Wild right there to control things. Don't forget, coming up at the end of the championship game, Chuck, we'll announce Dotson goes for 3, misses that. We'll announce down on the floor the good cross-court pass from Barninger to Matthews. The all-district or all-state team, as well as the state MVP boys and girls, head coach of the year in boys and girls also. So a lot of action. That will come up, we got to believe, around 7 o'clock. Andrus firing, no good. Rebound controlled inside by McLean. Just a force around the boards for this. Easily the leading rebounder on this Patriot team with 10 a game. He's now got it to the side. A swung over to Matthews. Matthews being controlled or being guarded there by Andrus. Barniga thinks about it, gets inside to Wilson. Wilson bodied up by Wild. People wanting a foul inside, not going to get it. 38-15, Dotson makes his way down. Andrus has 4 threes. Good work inside, looking to post up, and does get the ball, does Wild. He's going to turn it over, but McLean just waiting there, looking for the block, and bam, got it.
Arm up, waited, just like it's like, come on, throw it up there, throw it up.
Brownlee from downtown misses badly on everything, and you can tell that's where that ankle is bothering him. The explosion is there. Coming into the game is Henry Hagan. Hagan, such a force coming off the bench in that first half. He had 10 off the bench in about 5 minutes of play.
Wow.
There goes Dotson, just puts the ball in like a running back. He tucked it away, and that's going to call the foul on Gabe. Looked like he had said, I think they'll give that to Wilson. William Wilson will pick up his second foul. Dotson goes up and gets that one to fall.
Quickly down the court.
39-15 in this one. Southwest has been in control of it since a big run there in the second. We work halfway through the third period of play. This is the third place, fourth place game. McLean from downtown. Shot gets partially blocked by Hagan. And here comes Dotson. Dotson and that group of Knights looking to grind their way through this and continue to work. That's Marler. Marler around to Dotson. Dotson thinks about the three, but he's on the line, so it would have been a two anyway. Pulls that down. He's pressured by Matthews. Gets it inside to Wild. Wild puts this one up, but he's going to be fouled there. Going to send Emmanuel Brownlee is going to get whistled for his first foul. It's going to send Gabe Wild back to the line. He'll shoot two here. Shot is up from Wild and good. That's now 9 points for Gabe. Shot from Wild is up, and it's true, gets both free throws after missing the last two on the trip he had made down, and that's double digits now for Gabe Wild. 3 players at or near double figures for this Knights team. Barniger puts that one up, and it's no good.
Not touching a thing on that launch.
This FTCA Patriots team will be going against the Shreveport Force for the JV championship today. There's Wild, he's up and in, and that's good. Dotson with the assist, and you got a younger bunch of Patriots now making their way to the scorers table to get checked in. That's Jack Anderson is there, Bryce Jackson coming in, Zane Lewis is there, and also 24, Mark Hensley.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get off that 15-point mark for quite a few minutes now.
No, and Coach Brownlee has seen enough. He's going to get his guys out of the game that will be playing later for that JV championship, you believe, and get some of these youngers. And so you've got a couple of guys that have yet to get in, but we expect them to do that early on in this one because they've got another battle coming up. Barniger, the only one of the starters really left in there. And there's a steal by Dotson. Dotson's going to steal. Hard foul on the end by Barniger. Wasn't going to give up the easy layup.
That'll send him to the line for a pair.
Yeah, Dotson will go to the line to shoot two. Starting to see the teams make their way in here for that JV Girls State Championship that's coming up. We'll go 4 straight championship games coming up around 1 o'clock.
Busy day today for the ACEL.
Right. Bookmark that Boxcast TV app or page, or go to our substitute Andrus and more coming back in. But or our Facebook or YouTube page, just go like and subscribe. Our YouTube page hits the little bell, and you'll be able to keep up whenever we go live here.
You can go to our Facebook page too and like and share it. The links for these will pop up there, but you'll see different highlights will pop up on our Facebook page as well. But we do not do Facebook Live.
Jackson, it just compresses. They do too much to throttle us down. Andrus inside gets that one up and in. Basket by Cameron Miller. He gets his first of the day off the assist by Andrus.
Just to increase your viewing pleasure, if you will, because it's a much better video quality that you're able to see on Boxcast.
And you can still find it from your mobile. You know, 80%
Yes.
of the people that view these games do it from our mobile device. So you can click on your phone and get it and watch it just the same wherever you are. We have people that watch it inside the arenas as well, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the quality of screens that these mobile devices have these days, you're getting. We're putting it out at 1080. You're going to see it in 1080.
It doesn't come across my BlackBerry very well, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, see, we got to get back on you talking about picking the right fruits.
Right.
You got to get an apple.
Shot is up, and it's good. That's Henry Hagan. And Hagan continues to excel. That's 12.
ACEL, that's a Microsoft product.
See? Big game coming up next. That'll be the JV Girls State Championship game.
Ooh, got away with a double dribble on that one.
49-15. They're not whistling a lot of things anymore. There's Barningers. Both teams have went and made some changes. They'll give that foul to Hagan, and a timeout is coming from the Knights. 32nd timeout. And this Knights team on their way to a third place finish. FTCA will finish, it looks like, in fourth. They have got to get the ship righted. They're going to play the Shreveport Force. The bulk of this team will for the JV State Championship team, 1 game removed from this one. So there'll be the girls JV State Championship in between, and then there will be this one. Chef of Baton Rouge, we'll see them for the first time this tournament. Saw them a lot in soccer. And we'll get our first look at their basketball team as they will compete for the ladies state championship. So a big day of basketball ahead of us. There's Jackson moving Barnager around. He's going to go to himself, isolate, but Andrus has none of that.
Got to handle the ball on that one. A lot of dribbles, runs, and passes we're going to have today.
Over to the corner, shot up, no good. Controlled out of there by Andrus, behind the back, nifty move. Gentry Andrus, and with the one-handed inside pass, Andrus is going to find it back in the corner. That was a pretty move. Andrew Moore with the board in the bucket.
Nice finger roll on that one, I tell you what, that was nice.
1 minute remaining here in the third. And look, I'm shocked by anyone of this one how well that FTCA played last night against the Shreveport Force. Ended up losing it, but really went after it. That's a long three-pointer, no good. Out and running, but not finding Hagan. He still continues to call for the ball, and Andrus content just to wind it down. There's Marler to the near side, gets it back over to Andrus, and Hagan still calling for it to give it a ball. That shot is up, and it's no good. Hagan's going to come back and get it himself. They're freezing out Hagan, unable to get the ball, so he's going to come up and set a screen. And they'll set it back and run out the last 10 seconds of this. Gentry Andrus content behind the count where he's at. Andrus going to put up the three. No good there. Rebound controlled. He has to put it back up. Shot's not going to count. We're after three, 51-15. Back in a minute on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
After they set the clock. Back for the fourth period of play. It has been all Knights in this one. FTCA, the Patriots, both their boys and girls JV teams getting set to battle for state championships here in the junior varsity division. So kudos to that group for making it to both championships. The FTCA girls will play the Chef of Baton Rouge Patriots. See up in the top corner, that the clock continues to run. When it gets to a 35-point advantage, they go to the running clock here to kind of help wind things down. Even if it drops back under that, they'll continue to run the clock throughout the remainder of this one.
And it only stops for an actual timeout, though.
Timeout is when they will stop it. That's correct. So you'll roll off this last 8 minutes rather quickly. Entertaining first period, but, I mean, it was all Knights from the second period on. Three-pointer is up, and it's launched, bangs around, and no good. That shot was up by Zane Lewis. There's Barninger. He gets inside and gets the basket.
Pretty exhausted, I believe, many of their players are from yesterday's game. That was a really intense game that they battled for.
Oh, both these teams battled against the respective forces that'll play for that state championship. Wild goes in there and gets that. Having a great game today. 14 points for Wild, and he averages 11 a game, so he's above his average.
They were definitely forces to be reckoned with, weren't they?
And at least it took a day to get to that joke. Banging that one in is Lewis. He banks that one.
Thank you very much, as you say, huh?
I do. Dotson to the top. That is Joel Moore. Moore's got it back to Dotson now. Just keeping the ball handler in there for this team. Over to the near side is Miller. Miller tries to go up, and Wild is going to think about cleaning that one up. Miller puts it back, rolls around, no good. Wild is blocked from the backside. Chapel Blakeney picks up the block, and checking in will be Caden Hasty. Hasty will make his way in, and Dotson will come out now to a good ovation. You won't see, we believe, Dotson back in this one. Dotson, the senior, great career here. Going to lead his team to a third-place finish this season. Gabe Wild, give him 16 on the day.
I wonder, and I don't know the ruling on with the mercy rule, the 35-point differential. Once they fall below it, if there's a
once it hits 35, it keeps going.
Okay, it doesn't matter if they fall below it or not.
No, because at that point, you're going to see there's Hasty getting into the scoring column. Because what happens there, a lot of times you'll see teams put their younger players in there, and it could fall back under that 35. So then you'd be starting and stopping and starting and stopping and not knowing when you did. So that's they leave it rolling. Once it hits that mark, then it goes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they had a tolerance of maybe if it got down into the 10s, once it broke 10 on that.
Don't know that if they've had that, but I gotta believe at that point they're going to put the starters back in if it's some sort of thing. If it gets from 35 down to 10, they're going to 30-second timeout is taken, and that was more substitution based, and Coach Wild is letting them know, hey, hang in there. We're going to finish this game out strong. Let's and get everybody into the game, get them a good touch, work the ball. Don't press to get to the basket. There's no need to really drive and to go and to do anything.
Yeah.
4:24 remaining in this one. Again, you see the clock stoppage there. It only stops for timeouts. Once that lead got to where it is, then 35-point rule is where the clock continues to roll. Speeds up play in this one and just and helps. This organization built on teaching these kids and sportsmanship and growth, and that's certainly at the end of the day what you want to look at and work for.
Speeds up play in an expeditious way.
Yes. Hagan has it inside. Going to go cross court over to Hasty. Hasty puts this three up, misses it. Rebound, Hasty's going to go back, a correction. That is Hagan. He's like, look, I'm going to get it myself. Y'all aren't throwing it to me, so I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get it on my own. He's got 14, all of those points off the bench for this Knights team.
A little extra contact down there.
Caden Hasty picks up his first personal foul. The smells of Outlaws Barbecue has made its way up there, so we certainly appreciate Executive Director Sandy Merrow and that organization for supplying lunch for us, and the folks at Outlaws Barbecue for their partnership and what they're doing.
It must have been the jokes I said yesterday.
It had to be. Had to be the jokes. They've got to be worth something. Out of bounds will stay right here with the Patriots. Again, FTCA boys and girls teams will compete for a junior varsity state championship. Chef of Baton Rouge and FTCA is the next game on the schedule. That is for the ladies' junior varsity championship, state championship for ACEL 2022.
Yeah, not bending at all here. They are employing a great defense to keep them from and make them work, make that younger squad working a lot.
And you continue to see Wild in the game, getting some work from that young man. And Hagan is in there. They've had quality minutes. Wild puts this one up, misses it. St. Kenneth Hasty make his way around. He had the start in this one, provided some good minutes early on. You know, we joked with Sandy yesterday about the different pronunciations of names. Said you only got to learn 4 or 5 because a lot of siblings are on these teams, and you just learn that. Caden Hasty, speaking of siblings, that's going to be a foul on Caden Hasty. Andrew Moore set to check back in, and he'll do that. He's going to come in for Wild. Gabe Wild had himself a tremendous day and gets a good hand from the Knight faithful. 3-point shot is up. Ooh. It's no good. That's Chapel Blakeney. Chapel Blakeney. 59-19 in this one. Big lead for the Knights from the corner. They're going to wrap up 3rd place in the ACEL basketball season. Caden Hasty fires that up, no good. Rebound controlled out. Zane Lewis has it. There's Lewis from long range, misses that one. Was straight on, just a little strong for the goal. That is Joel Moore making his way down. Going to lose the handle on it, get back to Hasty. He's going to go to the basket and not, correction, that is Henry Hagan. Not the prettiest of shots, but it certainly went in.
Rest keeping the whistles down a little bit, even though there's a few fouls that were made, but oh well.
Whistle in your pocket at this point, official. That long range shot is up.
44.6 left.
Henry Hagan off the bench has provided such a spark. He has been everywhere, offensively, defensively.
Working on his dance moves on that one.
Missed that. Hurt himself just a little bit, but he's not even looking at Coach Wild over here to give him any indication he wants to come out. Nope. He is struggling down there, but not coming out of this one in the final 20. Yeah. Good scrappy player is Henry Hagan, the sophomore. It'll be good to see him back next year. Inside, good pass, count the basket. That's Mark Hensley. And that should be the final bucket of the game. This one's going to end 61-21. The Knights of Southwest Louisiana pick up 3rd place. 4th place will go to the FTCA Patriots. We're going to turn it over to Al Quartermont down at courtside.
We'll have presentations for the 3rd and 4th place teams coming up shortly. Guys, stay here. We have a presentation. All right, first we want to present the 4th place award for boys varsity. That goes to the Patriots of Faith Training Christian Academy. So gather around the center there, we'll get a picture. citation. That goes to the Knights of Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics, third place.